This is He Knows His Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. All right, y'all. This is part 53 of why Errol the True Spence go what? Bulldoze Shawn Constipated Porter. Part 53 of why Errol the True Spence go what? Bulldoze Shawn Constipated Porter. All right, let's clear some things up. I had a homie, you know what I'm saying? Shout outs to the homie and salute to him. This dude reached out to me. You know what I'm saying? He watches the channel. So I had to listen to him. I think I had, you know what I'm saying, just about 45 minutes to an hour conversation. You know who you are. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep him anonymous because Buddy just told me to keep him anonymous. So out of respect for homie, I'm going to do that. But he lives, you know what I'm saying, around the DeSoto area. And basically, he told me he grew up with Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? And he got a chance to know how Errol Spence rocks, you know what I'm saying, the groups that he rolled around in, the circles that he rolled around in, etc., etc. And then he told me that he's met Blue Ray a few times. So, you know, I'm going to defer to him because he's right there in that area. But Buddy explained to me, you know what I'm saying, that, hey, man, he knows the sport. I support the channel, you know what I'm saying? You're my boy. But I'm going to give you real facts of what's going on between the both of them. So basically, he summed it up and told me that, you know, they both are cool. You know what I'm saying? They don't got no issue with one another. You know, it's just Errol the True Spence just decided to go another route and basically decided to use another strength and conditioning coach, which was my initial impression, you know what I'm saying, my initial assumption. But I deferred to basically everything that he said because, you know what I'm saying, he pretty much just told me that that's really what it is. There's no hard feelings between either one of them. It's just Errol the True Spence is in a different space, is in a different, you know what I'm saying, mind frame. And you know what I'm saying, he's in LA, so that's where he is most of the time, and it just makes sense for him to work with somebody else at this point. So it's nothing against Blue Ray, it's nothing against, you know what I'm saying, their quote unquote, you know what I'm saying, ties with one another in terms of him being the strength and conditioning coach for 11 fights, having Errol the True Spence shredded and ripped with a 10-pack, 11-0. But he said you got to remember, Errol the True Spence didn't always have Blue Ray. He's 25-0, so for 14 fights, you know what I'm saying, Blue Ray wasn't there. But Errol the True Spence has the utmost respect for Blue Ray because Blue Ray has taken his game to the next level. He's had Errol the True Spence looking like that Energizer Bunny. He keeps going, he keeps going, he keeps going, like that term you say, he knows the sport. So he said, you know, it's just much love between the both of them. It's respect. It's just Blue Ray felt that he needed to come out and clear the airway and check, you know what I'm saying, whatever trolls that was coming on his page. So I'm deferring to the cat, you know what I'm saying? This is what he told me, so it is what it is. I'm going to go with what he told me because he called me like late last night, you know what I'm saying? We had a 45-minute to a 1-hour conversation. He emailed me, actually. He said, you know, he knows the sport. I check out your channel, you know what I'm saying? Shout outs to you. I know you're doing big things. The channel is moving, you know what I'm saying, in the right direction. I like the fact that, you know what I'm saying, you rock with Errol the True Spence, even though you don't know him, you know what I'm saying? And that speaks volumes. He was just more impressed with that. Like he said, you know, us Errol the True Spence fans and us that's around Errol the True Spence, we know him. It's just the fact that he said what made my channel stand out to him and was rare and unique was the fact that I don't know the man, but I could see from so far away, all the way up in Alaska, that this dude is a real dude. And what I told him before we ended the conversation was like, you know, real recognizes real, man. You know, and I've said this before in my videos. Three-dimensional thinkers are 1,000 miles apart from one another or more. So real recognizes real, and real basically, you know what I'm saying, can see what's going on. So shout outs to Ticket TV, you know what I'm saying, with his actual interview with Blue Ray, and shout outs to, you know what I'm saying, to Famous AAA and his interview as well too. They all did their thing. So much respect to all of these cats, you know what I'm saying, for getting Blue Ray to come out and talk. But I'm gonna defer to this cat, you know what I'm saying, that spoke to me. Again, he wanted to remain anonymous, but he hollered at me, you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, you know, folks holler at me because they know I'm consistent and I'm authentic as fuck, and I keep my shit, you know, basically what it is. So he wanted to let me know that, and I'm just deferring to that. Now on to Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter is basically in a conundrum. He damns if he do and he damned if he don't. Let me say it again. Shawn Porter is basically in a conundrum. He damns if he do and he damned if he don't. He's running his mouth. He's getting slide to the mouth. He's saying things that he's not supposed to. And he's basically putting himself in a position to where he's going to get bulldozed in a even worse fashion. He's off kilter, man. This dude is speaking out off script. You know what I'm saying? He's not acting like his true version of his true self. And he needs to understand that Errol Spence ain't playing these games, man. Errol Spence don't got time to be sitting here lollygagging, you know what I'm saying, with a guy who doesn't know his true identity. Shawn Porter is basically letting you know that, you know what I'm saying, he is doing whatever he thinks is in his best frame of mind, and in what he thinks is in his best interest. But he's not keeping that same energy. His original energy was to survive, was to be in survival mode. What happened to that? You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to Barbershop Conversation, because I was on his live stream last night and I mentioned that in the comment. You know what I'm saying? I said, this dude changed scripts. You know what I'm saying? Like, originally, your whole energy was, I ain't Mikey Garcia. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give you a hard fight. Now, people would have respected Shawn Porter because at his truest and most prosperous levels, nobody with their right mind, nobody that has common sense, even a grain of a mustard seed of common sense, knows he's going to win this fight. But if he would have said, I'm going to give you a better showing than what Mikey Garcia did, I'm going to make it a harder fight, that's what he originally said, we would have respected him for that. I wouldn't be all over him. I wouldn't talk about all his constipated ways and all of this stuff. But then he flipped script. And now he's completely acting out of character and saying things that are against his own identity and his own personality. And here's where it lies where we have the problem. You're not on Errol Spence's level, man. You are in effective aggression. He's tactical aggression. So how can one intermingle with the other? Let me say it again. How can one intermingle with the other? You're going to lose this fight, dude. And the more you talk, the more you run your mouth, the more you're going to lose the fight. Errol the True Spence is one of them cats. The angrier he gets, the more he bulldozes you. Or the angrier he gets, the more he embarrasses you. Let me say it again. The angrier Errol the True Spence gets, the more he bulldozes you. The angrier Errol the True Spence gets, the more he embarrasses you. So that's what's going to happen September 28th. Shawn Constipated Porter is getting bulldozed. It's really that simple, folks. This is He Knows the Sport. Checking out.